Hello and welcome back to Tesla News. My name is Marian and I'm your host today. Today with updates from Giga Berlin, we are looking at many new cars and a lot of snow. We're going to look into the EV business in general and many more news prepared for you. Now let's start first with the general situation in the EV business worldwide. And we see some clear trend here, and the trend is going up. So we are approaching 1 million EVs per month. That is just insane if you think about that, where we were in 2018, where the numbers were below 100,000 and then moving up in a trend towards 1 million. Now the question is, where will we be in 5 to 6 years? Are we already reaching 10 million per month? That would be 120 million per year. I would find that a bit too high, but I think the trend is your friend and we will see where it is going. Now the question is, where is most of the money coming from? Where are most people actually investing into EVs and buying an EV? And that is the Asian market. So if we're looking into the monthly numbers here, we see close to the 500,000 mark. So from all those 1 million, close to 1 million cars, most of them are sold in Asia. If we talk about Asia, then we have mostly China. Now, European market is interesting as well. And of course, we have the North American market. If we take the percentage when it comes to the share of the total market worldwide. I do expect that North American market is going to pick up by a lot, but Tesla is trying to do that job, but it is mainly Tesla pushing in North America. So let's see when other EV companies are fully pushing like Tesla into the EV business. I think then the share might increase in the next few years. Now, when it comes to China, we also know that this might be an issue for German car makers, but as well other car makers out there that might come to the situation that at some point China is going to forbid any diesel or gasoline cars in general. And this might get a lot of car makers into a lot of struggle, especially Volkswagen is selling a lot of cars over there. Now, looking into the current situation when it comes to the carriers, the last carrier is Höegh Shanghai, and we have the Höegh Transporter on top in Zeebrugge, arrived with Model S and Model X, which is a very, very good result. And so we have finally Model S and Model X arriving here towards Europe. Then we have as well supercharging prices. In some countries they are declining. In Germany they increased. And this is something we have to get used to. So everybody that is able to charge at home, that is the most lucrative way to charge your Tesla. But again, if you have solar panels, it's even better. But not everyone has a home to charge and not everybody has solar roofs or solar panels. So again, some of them might be having some struggles to charge in a cheap price. And that is something we have to look into the future, that many people are owning a room or an apartment and they don't have the ability to be so independent. This will be something interesting to watch how this entire charging infrastructure is going to work out. Now, here's some pictures for the carrier that is transporting here some Model S and Model X. Again, these are cars as well coming from China, because we have not only the Höegh Transporter coming from the States, but as well, of course, carriers coming from China. Now, when it comes to the delivery wave, we have talked many times about that. We do expect Tesla to kind of flatten that. But it doesn't really look like we're going to see that in this quarter, more like into the direction of Q1 to Q4 2023. Now, it's also going to get a bit more flat as we are going to see more and more deliveries coming from Giga Berlin in Europe. And with that, of course, we're going to see kind of a flattening curve, current production and deliveries going to customers all over Europe, despite what month it is. So this is going to help to flatten that. And many customers might think about buying a Model Y because they don't have to wait so long for Model 3 from China. Let me know what car do you prefer. Do you prefer a Model 3 or a Model Y? Now, despite all the challenges in China, Tesla actually achieved a record month in November. And this is just a milestone we can talk about here. as Tesla is just crushing the numbers here, achieving 100,000 cars. This is as well cars being exported, of course, to Europe or Japan or Australia. So keep that in mind. But again, 172,000 cars, and the last month is still upon to happen. So we are still in December, and in some quarters we have seen 178,000 cars for the entire quarter. Now we are looking into 172 for only 2 months. That is just insane. Again, just keep in mind, there are news out there, if it's Bloomberg or Reuters, but again, Reuters hasn't been so many times correct in the past, so we have to take that in a cautious way. I do believe they might do some repairs, which is normal for a factory. So they might slow down production as they don't have such a big backlog. And they might do that to do some repairs. That would be a usual way to do that. The other situation is I don't really believe that they actually do that because it makes no sense. We have so many people in Europe still waiting for Model 3, still waiting for Model Y, especially UK customers are not receiving performance variants from Germany yet, as many people mentioned here. So it is a clear path that Tesla would have enough room to produce cars as well for the European market. Now, when it comes to Europe and the US, maybe some people are not aware too much, but we have the US investing a lot of money in renewable energies. That is what Biden has been doing. And now what is happening in the European Union, many people are very upset about that because companies are moving their projects and go to the US and prefer to build a project over there first and not in Europe because they get the incentives and the government is doing everything to move them over there. Now, the European Union is having a meeting today and they are planning actually to do the same thing now. So it's kind of a competition happening out there. So the European Union might, it's not sure yet, decide to do something against those incentives to convince companies as well to build something in Europe because Northvolt with VW has been stopping the project. They decided to maybe build a new project first in the US. We know about Giga Berlin and the battery factory here, that they moved people that were working there towards Austin to push the battery cell production over there. Again, guys, we're going to see how it's going to play out. Let me know what you think about that, and we will see what's happening in 2023. So thank you very much for being here today again, and I do wish you a wonderful day. Thank you very much.